Welcome everybody to another episode of Dad's a Dark. Dakota and Casey are on the roster tonight with our special guest Sever from Severthebond. Really,
Hey.
really great metal band that's up and coming, and it's a one-man show.
What what
And
uh, what what did you call it earlier in the text? You said one man metal band.
one-man metal band. I did.
It is hard as fuck. I gotta put that on the shirt. I gotta fucking put that on the shirt.
Dude,
Both y'all
please
getting a
do.
check.
Dude, I don't even want to check. Just send me a shirt.
In one man metal
There you
band.
go. Hell yeah. I support it.
But yeah, man. So, with that being said, how do you do it? Because I have no musical background other than listening.
On like the whole story, or just like the press kit version.
Oh, bro, whatever you want to lay down.
We got time.
Oh yeah,
Fuck
man.
it. I'm gonna just tell you the whole fucking story. So I was when I was like when I was a young boy. No, when when I was like fucking like maybe like 12ish, somebody had convinced me that I should buy SmackDown versus Raw 2006. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is. Like, I normally just play like little Hot Wheels games on my PS2. I don't know what the fuck that is. So I got it. I got like really interested in it because it was just open-ended violence and there was no rules. And I was like, okay, this is kind of hard. So when SmackDown versus Raw 2007 came out, I think that's when they added ECW and CM Punk was on there. And the wrestling themes were okay. I was kind of more into pop at the time. I was like, they're cool, but like I don't really give a shit. Like I just want to grab a chair and hit people. CM Punk got on there, and oh my god, I heard "This Fire" by Killswitch Engage for the first time, and at first I'm like, why is this nigga screaming at me? But then I heard that, and Howard just gets on there. He's even through the. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like literally
I feel
since
that.
then, oh my god, it was such a snowball effect. Like I was like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but I need more of it. And I just like spent that summer, like the summer of like 6 or 07, I just like listened to all of Killswitch Engage's like music. It was like, I don't know what genre this is, but this is the best thing I've ever heard in my life. From there, you just kind of dive in, you go into Slipknot, and and then you slowly make your way heavier and heavier and heavier, and then you find yourself jamming to Suicide Silence and there's no chorus, and you're like, well, how the fuck did I get here? I really
Dude, that
wanted to
song
like,
about monkey violence. I loved it.
yes, the fucking violence. Nobody understands the fucking violence, and there's no script. There's no fucking like, well, script and like the source material because it's pro wrestling. But like in the game, like you can just do whatever the fuck you want. The match starts, grab a chair and just do the craziest shit you can. People don't fucking understand like when you like pick up that stuff for the first time, you don't give a fuck about if it's real or fake. You're just like, oh, I can do anything. Oh,
First time
table
I
on
ever played
fire.
Grand
Fuck it.
Theft Auto.
Period.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember it was Vice City was the first one I ever played. But the funniest thing, like as far as PS2 games I ever played happened. So me and my cousin got a hold of all the cheat codes for Vice City. And we were just going down through like the different NPCs you could be as like a costume.
I already know where this is gonna go.
Well, we ended up as one of the bikini girls in roller skates. And we bumped into him like just another NPC. We were just running around, just bumped into him, and our player still had the main character's voice. So he was like, "Hey, watch what the fuck you doing?" Or what I don't remember like shit he used to say, but you know what I mean.
In
He
the
just got real
voice.
he got real masculine real quick, and
Was it
he also
Tommy
had
Vercetti?
tits. Yeah. Yeah, it was Tommy. Oh, but yeah.
I'd say video games definitely they cultured me into metal for sure. Most Wanted is one that stands out. That's the first time I heard
Yes.
of them Sevenfold. Like
Yes.
actually could see like okay, this is the band, this is the song. I like this. I'm gonna look them up. And then I just kind of fell in love. Same with Bullet. Bullet from a Valentine had a
Yeah.
track on there, Hand of Blood.
And yep. Static X was also on there. Skinny Man.
Static,
X was
yeah, Static
everywhere.
X. Yeah, dude, they were on more than one of Need for
I
Speed.
know. Dude,
Every fucking skate game ever. Like,
I miss like even the ATV Off-Road Fury games for
did
PS2, they
did
had bangers on the
System
sound.
of a Down Science. That's what got me into
I
System of a Down.
think Say Ocean was on the PSP version of ATV Off-Road Fury and
shit.
Crossfade. Like
Yeah, I don't know nothing
Slipknot was
about
on there
PSP
too.
games.
Duality was on that one.
Like,
I can see that. Duality's in a lot of places anymore too. It's become a meme with the push my fingers into my eyes and then just they change eyes into something nasty.
But do you skip it whenever it comes on the radio?
Yeah. No, I don't.
Because I don't either. So at least I feel like I can relate to you a little bit on where I started to get into heavier stuff.
uh, it's
Because like,
like it's like you get into anime. It's like you like start really simple. It's like, oh, Dragon Ball Z, this is cool. And then years later, you're just like watching the most obscure shit, subtitle only. Like three people in the world have seen this as well, and you're just like, how did I get here?
so funny. That recently just happened to me within like the past 2 years.
Okay.
Because I watched like Dragon Ball and Yu Yu Hakusho and like a few others when I was like probably like 9 or 10. You know what I mean?
Huh?
And I just kind of fell away from it. But a friend of mine at work, who's around the same age as me, his name's Kevin. He overheard me say something about Dragon Ball one day, and he's a huge anime guy.
Shit.
He has led me down a path of that's the only thing I have watched for the past like 2.5 years is anime and
Good man.
manga reading. Manga
God's
reading.
work.
Yes. I've done pretty well for myself though. I've gotten through a lot.
A favorites or like a top three or something?
Oh, okay. So my top three are number one is Yu Yu Hakusho. I
Okay.
love it. Number two for me is gonna have to be Bleach.
Ooh, that's a hot take in 2024. Okay.
It is a hot take in 2024, but I'll stand on that hill.
Okay.
Number three is actually kind of a toss up for me, but I think Solo Leveling just took it for me.
Uh,
Or actually, you know what? You know what? No, now that I think about it, it's another new anime that just came out on Adult Swim, Ninja Kamui.
good.
It is dark, violent, and nothing but fighting. It's like a kind of futuristic ninja story, like a rogue ninja story.
Okay.
Uh,
What is it about outside of that? Like is it like a dark tale of like someone on a Friday night got hit by a truck and now they're in the
um,
afterlife as a ninja or like
no. So, the main character, he was pretty high up in Tokyo's like special forces, which were ninjas.
Mm,
Now, mind you, it's still like a futuristic setting.
mm,
Um, but he and another ninja within that order, they decided to steer away from it because they broke the ninja way. Went and had a family, got like
mm.
aliases and like hollow disguises. But one day, the order comes in, finds him, kills the guy's wife, kid, and then he seeks out revenge.
Wait a minute, he had a wife kid?
Wife and kid, I'm sorry.
It is
Sorry.
anime, so you do
Sorry.
have to
Yeah,
ask.
I was about to say, we're
Ah,
talking
yeah,
anime here.
yeah. I'm
You
just.
do have to ask.
Yeah, I mean, Full Metal Alchemist is a thing.
Yes. Sorry for that delay there, though. Go give my lady her food.
That laugh
I've
is
got some too, but I'm gonna save it.
that laugh is a sign of you know exactly what I was talking about.
We got another anime nerd in here, do we?
Some
Hey, man.
goddamn anime.
Dude, I don't know
I'm telling
shit
you.
about anime other than like I
You're
watched a
missing
little bit
out.
of Naruto when I was in high school. That's it.
Anime and music are like almost the exact same thing. Like there's so many artists and there's so many like different places like you listen to music, you listen to music, you listen to music, but we all probably have not heard of each other's top 5 because there's so fucking much of it. It's like that with
Yeah.
anime. Like there's just so fucking much. It's like you can name a top 3. I might know maybe the more like popular ones or whatever, like a Bleach, yeah. But it's like the other shit, like I've never even heard of that shit because there's just so fucking much.
Yu Yu
Yeah,
Hakusho's
you're
an
all
old
right.
one too.
Honestly, yeah, that's kind of probably part of the reason why I haven't like delved down into anime is because there's so much I don't really know where to begin.
Finish Naruto.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
could.
guess
That's a
that's a
good place.
start, huh?
That's a good place to start.
Yeah, it is a great place to start. Actually, that's where I started whenever my buddy Kevin got me back into it.
Mm,
It's honestly, it's a really easy watch.
What the hell was the one with the dude who had like the his hand was a gun or some shit like shadow gun or some shit? I cannot remember the name of that anime,
Spirit
but I
Gun.
watched that.
Spirit
What was
Gun. The
Yeah, it
Spirit
was
Gun.
Spirit Gun. Yeah, it was Spirit Gun,
Yu
not
Hakusho,
Shadow Gun.
right?
Yeah, that's Yu Yu Hakusho, bro.
Okay, yeah. So I
My
watched a bit of
favorite.
that then too,
They actually
but
have a live action
just
on
I don't know.
Netflix that is fire.
Good.
Really?
Oh, it's so good.
Avoiding it like the plague, bro. I don't trust live action anything, man.
I was skeptical myself until I watched it, but they did a fantastic job.
Feel about the how y'all feel about the Avatar one?
I haven't watched it yet. I have not
I,
watched it yet, but I
I've
need
heard
to.
mixed reviews on that. I've heard it was good and I've heard it was bad.
That shit is ass.
All right, so I need to not listen to people who say it's good.
It's straight cheeks, bro. Like I'm sure like the 12-year-olds who like they came across it in quarantine or whatever, I'm sure they think it's amazing. But it's like if you weren't outside as it was happening, it's like it's just so fucking disrespectful, man. I couldn't get past the second episode. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I think I'm just gonna heed your advice and skip over it so I don't ruin my childhood then.
No, bro. A bit of a hater too, so it's like you gotta take it with a grain of salt. I don't like a lot of things.
See, yeah, that's one of my problems too. Video games is a good example. I
Mm.
anymore if I know it's something like I'm not interested in, but it's popular and I can have some fun with it, I try and go into it like with the mindset of like I'm going here wanting to like this, and if I don't, shit, then get the hell out.
Period. Period. What's wrong with that? Because you know what you like.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, to be fair, it's usually Call of Duty, and Call of Duty is not what it used to be. It's all about money grabbing anymore.
Jesus.
That's all good.
So bad
Indie
at
games
first person shooters,
are
bro.
starting to rise. Dude, I'm not good anymore either. I get my ass handed to me by 14-year-olds, and they're shit talking, and I just get more mad.
And then you
These are fucking
realize,
cheating.
And it
and
used
then
to
you
be
realize
us.
we were those shitheads once,
Yeah.
Yup.
and we did the exact same thing on a Friday and Saturday night. Just got on, told everybody we were gonna fuck their mom, and laughed our asses off at some 30-year-old going, "Fuck you, you kid," blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Trying to act hard on
Hard
a
day
video
at
game.
work. You just trying to
Yeah,
Yeah,
relax. You
right.
just fucking with them for the sake of fucking with them.
Honestly, we can't even really bitch about that because we did do that. And I get on, I was just like, man, I'm just trying to have fun.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Oh,
Fun
you're
gets
trying to have
roasted.
fun? COD is literally just anger simulator.
Jesus.
yo, true that. skill-based matchmaking is the worst thing they have ever done to Call of Duty.
It definitely ruined it for me, but other people are enjoying it, so fuck it.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah. I
just play
mean,
something
let
else.
them have it.
As long as everybody's having fun.
Allegedly.
Well, I mean, I can't, other than like Destiny 2 a little bit here and there, my first person shooters have been null and void pretty much.
Wildlands about the only one I've been enjoying lately. And that's just because I never finished the game, so it's still exciting. I don't know what's going to happen yet because I never like watched any videos to spoil the game or anything like that. Like some people do, like, oh, let's see what happens when you kill the boss. It's like, oh, that was anticlimactic. This sucks, man. I just paid $70 for this game.
Yeah,
Yep.
and they just spoiled it entirely with an entire gameplay,
Yeah.
even though the game's been out. It's
Yeah, Wildlands been out for a while. I want to say it was 16 or 17.
oh. Get back to the story though. I gotta
But
tell
yeah,
you all the rest of the story. I gotta tell you the rest of the story.
Yeah. Dude, this
Yeah.
happens all the time. We always get off topic.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. You know, that's the point of a podcast, though. You know.
Yeah,
it is.
just
It is.
banter.
But bro, yeah, like let's get back into it, man.
Yes, because
Okay,
I missed
so
part of it.
I'm like 12 years old, and I'm playing SmackDown versus Raw 07. I'm just every time CM Punk is coming down over to the ring and they're blasting this fire by Killswitch Engage. I have the TV turned up as loud as it can possibly go, and I'm just becoming more and more obsessed. I'd always like tried to make music and like write music. It's just like nowadays, if you're 12, you've got just the world at your fingertips. But back when we were 12, it's like gotta try to get like a program for your like your old ass like your family PC and shit like that. Like it was tough trying to like actually physically make music. So I would just like write shit, and I would just like take my favorite songs and I'd say, okay, fuck your lyrics. I'm gonna put my lyrics on top of it. And the more and more I got into like heavier like rock and I started to go away from pop, I would just like remix like my favorite rock songs. And then I got in contact with fucking MacBook Pro. Life just changed because I got fucking GarageBand, and I was like, you can just make music on the fucking laptop. Never been exposed to anything like that before. I was like, I thought you had to go to the studio to do this shit. But it was just on the fucking laptop. Like it came preloaded on it. And like this was early GarageBand too. So it's not like, oh god, use GarageBand. No, this was like back in the day. Like this shit was new. Like you could just fucking make music. I tell you, made 3 albums. I guess you would consider it metalcore. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I was doing on there. But I got my hands on a guitar. I got my hands on a drum set. I didn't even have a bass, and I just said I'm just gonna sit here and just make album after album until I'm good at this shit. And I made 3 albums in a month. I failed so many tests, but I said I don't give a fuck. I'm going home and I'm just making music. And I just practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced. And then I came to the conclusion that I can't play drums for shit. I can't play guitar for shit. I can't play any instrument, and I'm not particularly good at singing either. So then I was like, well, this isn't going very well, but what genre can you do where you don't have to be super talented at vocals, but you can be on beat? And I was like, oh, I know, I'll just rap. So I did that for like a
Oh,
really
I
long time.
was not expecting that, bro. I wasn't
Yo,
expecting that.
Nope.
against rap. I love
Nope,
rap
not at
music.
all.
It was just so much easier to like practice my vocals rapping than trying to scream. Cause like now I know with like screaming, there's like a whole technique and shit. And it's like, and so you gotta make sure it comes from, a certain part of your, your core, but not quite your diaphragm. And you gotta have the right vocal. I didn't know that shit when I was 12. So I said, fuck it. I know how to use auto tune and I know how to grab an instrumental. So I just started just making like rap songs and shit because that's just the music I knew how to make. So like fast forward to No joke. This is such a time skip. This is such a One Piece ass fucking time skip here. Fast forward from 2010 all the way to last fucking summer. I said, fuck this rap shit. I don't like fucking doing this shit, because every time I would make a rap song, and I mean, I've done like artist development shits and such, and I would make what I thought was just the hardest shit, and they would just say, wow, this is really good rap rock, and I'm like, bitch, I'm rapping. What are you fucking talking about? Every time I would try to make a song, everybody would just pat me on the back and be like, wow, this is like that new metal shit, isn't it? I'm just like, but rapping. And eventually I just said, okay, fuck you. If you think every time that I rap, I'm like making rock, I want to make rock anyway. I just don't know how to do it. And then I was like, wait a goddamn minute. The same way that I've been approaching, just go on the internet and buy a fucking rap instrumental. You do that with metal. And I was like, oh, my dumbass. So then I just started getting metal instrumentals. And I was like, okay, so now I can actually make the genre of music I want to make. And I joined a band, and I was like, okay, just in case if you buy the instrumentals, you gotta like have the right lease, and do you really own it and shit like that? So I wasn't trying to fuck with that, so I joined a band. And I made the mistake of joining a band with a bunch of 18-year-olds. Terribly, 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 terribly wrong. And I again had a fuck you moment, because it's like, I can just do this shit on my own. I don't fucking need y'all. So I said, fuck them. And I'm just going to focus on how do I make my solo music sound good? Because I can't sing for shit, and I don't know how to mix it, but I'm really good at screaming. And my fiance at the time was like, okay, so like, you can't sing for shit. You really can't rap that well, but you know how to mix screaming. So like, how can we like make that into something? And I like jokingly said, so you just want me to make a whole song all screaming and nothing else? And then we just kind of looked up at each other and said, oh shit. When I started making Project Zero, put that motherfucker out, and it's the fucking first time anyone has ever heard my shit and said, yo, this is hard, this is hard, this is hard. Normally people just kind of pat me on the head and they're like, oh, that's nice. This is that experimental rap shit. Oh, this is that Juice WRLD shit. No. Oh, this is that Little Peep. No. Oh, I just scream the whole time, and it actually sounds good now. The short, long version of how it is I got to like where I am right now.
I think that's fucking
That's
awesome, dude. You've been doing this
yeah,
shit
man.
for about a decade?
Longer than that. I've been doing this shit for a long fucking time. I finally found a way to make the stuff that's in my head into your ears. Hard to make deathcore over rap beats.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
people don't want to hear that shit.
Challenge there.
This shit was hard, but
Some people, I mean, I'd be all right with it. But I like deathcore. I also like 90s hip hop R&B, like Wu-Tang and shit like that. Fuck me up.
great. It's just you have to know how to make that music, and
Yeah.
I don't know how to mix singing. Like, I don't know how to do that shit. So it's like I just have to go with what my strengths are. And it just so happens that I've wanted to do this the whole time. It just took
Finally
me
found the calling.
it just took me a long time to put the pieces together. Like, bro, you scream, just fucking scream,
Sometimes it takes trial and error, but
14
you got
years
to.
worth.
Well, I mean, at least you got to where you wanted to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's fucking dedication.
I love a story too.
Really
My life,
is.
bro. This shit is literally like my entire fucking life. This is all I've ever wanted to fucking do. And I just kept hitting walls, and I just said, I'm not like you have choices in your life of like, are you gonna be like a 9 to 5 motherfucker, or are you just gonna say fuck it and do your shit? And I really want to rephrase that, because I hate when people say that in fucking podcasts and you're sitting there, a normal person, and it's like, well, damn, you make that sound so easy. I I believe that you're like it's like a 3-tier thing, right? You have to have the natural talent thing, you have to have the opportunity to do so, and you have to be prepared for it. And a lot of people don't have all three, and it's unfortunate. Like a lot of people might have the talent, but they don't have the opportunity. A lot of people have the opportunities, but they don't have the talent. You know, you could have all the free time in the world. Maybe you don't have kids or like a super in depth job or some shit like that or whatever. So it's like, okay, you might have the passion for something, but you don't have the opportunity. Or you might be really, you know, you might be really just ass at something, but you've got nothing but opportunity and just like spare time and shit like that. But you could have those too, but then you're not fucking prepared for the opportunities. Like if you have all three, like it's almost like, and I don't particularly like believe in anything, but like I feel like it's your fucking job to take advantage of that. For the people that might have the passion but don't have the opportunity, or for the people who have the opportunities but you don't have the talent behind it, or you don't have all three and an opportunity comes and you're like, fuck, it's too late. You know what I mean? I feel like you're such an asshat if you just sit there and say, oh well, I just really believed in myself and I just kept going against all. Like, you're not fucking John Cena, bro. Like, we're all normal fucking people. All three of us have jobs and shit like that. We got responsibilities and shit like that. Like, family members die, you might have something going on, your kids or something. Like, everybody has shit. So it's like, I feel like it's really, really, really disrespectful to get on a platform and just say, oh yeah, I just really fucking believed in myself and tried really hard and you're not here because you didn't try it. Fuck you. I mean, like, I think that's really fucking disrespectful. And I think more people should like really like say how it was. Like, yeah, I sacrificed a shit ton to get here and it was ass. It was terrible. I would like to hang with my family more and shit like that, but literally all I fucking do is music and shit like that. Like, tell the real fucking story. And even for people who have that obsession and that passion and that fucking commitment and shit like that, do they have the opportunities? Do you have to take care of your mom or something like that? You know what I mean? Like, tell the whole fucking story. Don't just fucking say, "Oh, well, just pray harder." Get the fuck. I hate that shit. I hate that. So I just want to clarify. I appreciate exactly what y'all said. Yes, I work my ass off, but at the same time, I'm lucky that I have the opportunity of the time to do this shit. I'm lucky that I was able to put myself in this position to where as I was able to check the talent box. I'm already prepared. I have the time. I just needed the talent box. So I'm lucky. Passion. I'm lucky. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does make sense.
It does. No, I definitely see where you're coming from on that.
Practice makes perfect too. If you got the time to put the practice in, you can get better from there.
Comes together. I see it all as a three-headed monster. And when you're lucky enough to have all three, like you could be so fucking good at football, but like as soon as you graduated high school, no college picked you up. Had the talent,
Yep.
you practiced your ass off, but maybe the opportunity just didn't come up. And it's fucked and it's not fair. People that are lucky enough to get maybe that chance and they were prepared for it and they killed it, those guys are lucky. You're fucking lucky. And it's okay to say that, It's okay to say, damn, I lucked out. Maybe the universe was in my favor, some shit like that. You know what I mean?
I can see where
Say
you're
that.
coming from on that. Because like you said,
People want to be arrogant assholes, and it's like, it's not that fucking serious. You got lucky.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I just since I've started, and dragged Dakota into this podcast shit with me.
What you mean?
As
this
you
was
should.
a group effort.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Just
between him sharing everything, like I have come across in like even just groups on Facebook. Like I've come across people that are really awesome, and then I've come across people that are like more popular, but they're also just they're very arrogant about it. And
Mm,
it's like, well, what if somebody had the same exact idea but posted 2 days before you ever did and they took off and
exactly.
like like so I do see where you're coming from on the luck aspect because I do agree that I feel luck plays a part in making a name for yourself today because of how
And
oversaturated a
playing the
lot of things can
algorithm
get.
too, depending on what you're posting things to, because that is a huge part of it anymore too. All fucking
Fucking
AI
preach.
generated.
Yeah,
If you don't please a fucking robot, you're
Yeah,
fucked.
exactly.
exactly.
You can do
Exactly.
everything right,
Dude,
but if the
Give somebody
algorithm doesn't like you,
a
you're
coke
cooked.
now.
like I have been experimenting with the algorithm on TikTok. I still don't have a grip on it at all because I keep up with like all the, sounds and the hashtags and the like
Mm,
times you're supposed to post and everything like that. And, I spend time to start making videos instead of just like CapCut edits. And then it tells me, oh, this is an unoriginal low quality video. And
fuck out of here.
I'm like, no, that's a 60 frames per second 4K video. Like, excuse you. And I just spent like 3 of my lunch breaks at work making that, you dick.
Period.
Just for you to tell me, nope, we're not putting that on the For You page just because.
Up. And is that fair? No.
No, no, but some dumbass girl can shake her ass or actually, no, what's the current trend now? This girl has like over 600 million likes or something. It's that oh
You got me because I use TikTok.
the song's called like I Love Jaw to the Moonlight.
Jaw
It's a
to the
really
moonlight.
it's a really it's a trendy song. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Just something somebody's pushing, but she literally just did like the Bella Porch thing or however the hell you say her last name. Little Asian girl that just yeah, she basically just zoomed in on her face and made different faces with like beats and sounds on TikTok, and now she's a millionaire.
It's like you
Dude, it's
said.
only I make faces. Why am I not a millionaire? This is some bullshit.
That's it. That's exactly what y'all said. Had someone else maybe looking like her or just in the same type of push or whatever the situation is, had
Yeah.
Oh
someone
yeah,
else
dude.
got
Ain't
lucky
nobody want to
before
see
her
my
doing the
face.
same shit, she's not getting that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know because I feel like anymore it also goes based on like what you were born with. If you're naturally beautiful, you're gonna become popular on social media, whether you want to or not. It just
Oh,
happens.
yeah, that's
I gotta jump in there though. I gotta jump in there though because I have seen so many people who like see that they're born into some type of like flavor, right? But the second that they try to, once you get past the nastiness of I'm going to exploit myself for clout, once you get past that nastiness, right? And you actually jump out there, we might see number is higher, but just for the sake of being devil's advocate here, we might see 4 people of a certain type, right? 4 people of a certain like type that are following a clear formula that works. We don't see the other 2 million people, the same boxes that thought, oh shit, this is my shit, but they didn't get lucky. I'm telling you, it's
Yeah,
both
you're right.
sides.
You're
You're not
right.
guaranteed that shit. We don't see the 2 million people that did the same thing and look like a dumbass because they got 3 likes on it.
yeah,
You are
dude,
100% right, dude.
dude,
Telling you,
exactly.
bro, it's fucking
Instagram is
luck.
a prime example of that. All you do since they changed their shit, all you gotta do is go to your search. and it's just going to be whatever the hell popular people are that you like, whatever the hell your algorithm is too. If it's for some dudes, it's they get on there for like lewd porn, and you go to search, all your shit is just bitches with like 200K followers and shit, and it's like, all right, where the hell's all the others at then?
In the shower realm, chilling with us. Trying to figure out how the fuck do we get there.
I just want to point out that I love that you used a Yu-Gi-Oh analogy.
Us
Huge
weebs gotta
player.
stick together, bro.
Huge player.
We gotta stick together.
I'm
But
still stupid to it, man. I just know the basics, the old school game. I don't know any of this
good.
new shit.
honestly, the old school way to play is slowly becoming my favorite again.
It's not so complicated. It's more simple. You can have a good time. It's not like, fuck, I got to sit here for 7 minutes and figure out my next move.
Oh no, you can make it that complicated. It just takes a lot longer.
Exactly. It's harder to do. Just
Yeah.
makes it better.
Dude, I mean,
I watched you guys play, and I watched a game where literally only one of you played, and then the other opponent was dead. They didn't even get to lay a single card, and the game was over. It's like, how is that fun?
I'm pretty sure you were there the night that it was at Mike's house. It was a party he had, but I ran him completely out of cards. All his cards were in his graveyard, but he still had life points. I told him to shuffle his deck back up, and I still beat his ass. It's just still a fun game. It's one of the only things I can say I'm decent at as far as games go.
Oh, you're pretty decent at making kids.
Well, you know,
Jesus fucking Christ.
believe me, I have to remind my wife from time to time that my eyes are up here. Not a piece of meat.
It ain't her fault that you let your shit grow and now she's staring at it. Mister, I'm a grower, not a shower.
Jesus.
All right, ma'am.
On number 4, I can tell.
That.
Someone's on number 4, I can tell.
No, number 4 is not gonna happen. This old boy is gonna go get the snip.
Not you. I meant beverage number 4.
Oh, beverage number 4? Well,
Sense it. I can sense it, bro.
Yeah, you're right. I'm only about halfway through it, but yeah.
But yeah, man, so aside from what else, what are your other hobbies like?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, actually.
in terms of like other hobbies and stuff, that time skip from like 2010 to like last summer, there's so much other context in there, and the hobbies are included in it. I am actually a semi-retired sports writer.
Oh, really?
Semi-retired.
That's
So you still do it occasionally.
Sort of. Like I covered the New York Knicks for about 5 years. Then I covered the Brooklyn Nets semi-professionally for about 4 years. And then like towards the end of the season, I had to like retire because music was starting to get really serious, and I was like, fuck it, I gotta pick one. But the NBA season is coming up, and the streets need my voice. There's too many fucking casuals who are watching the tournament just, oh, Caitlin Clark, oh my gosh, it's that cool. When they get their ass whipped as soon as they come into the league.
Cartman doing a voice though.
I'm telling you, that's what they sound like to me. That's what the fucking comments sound like. And
you can see it. Just
like
that whiny voice.
yes.
It's true. The WNBA streets need me, so I'm coming out of retirement.
Right.
someone who has been there for a long period of time to help navigate all the shenanigans and the casuals. I'm gonna do shows, the WNBA at the same time. I haven't figured that out yet, but I'll figure it out.
That'd be
Need me.
sick, dude.
Well,
Need me.
if you're torn in Pennsylvania, I definitely want to know about that.
Yes.
Weird vote.
I will make the drive.
Into my announcement, bro. That leads into my announcement. I know it's a little soon, but just because you said it, I'm gonna throw it out there
Hey,
anyway.
hey, let's go for it, man. Yeah, throw it out.
I just booked a show in New York. So that's
Okay.
that's not quite Pennsylvania, but it's Pennsylvania-ish.
We got to go through the whole state to get there.
Oh yeah. We're on the very
Maryland's
very
about a
bottom.
half hour away.
Oh, never mind.
I mean, honestly,
Anyone listening, if you're in the New York area, come
Yeah,
on down.
please,
Come on down
please.
and see Severthebond.
we
Let these people
definitely
know.
got to
Drop
get
all
some
the
of your
details,
plugs
man.
before this is done too, so people know where to find you.
Yes, we're definitely gonna do that before the night's out. Because like I told him before we actually started recording, dude, I've been jamming out at work. Pissing off all the old timers. I mean, and I'm just over there slinging tape, spraying paint, jamming, not caring.
I have to be that guy because like this is almost like a focus group at this point because of what you just said. Tell me only like your favorite songs, but like what is it about it that made you say, "Oh, this motherfucker right here got it"?
No hope. As soon as I turned it on, it was loud, it was heavy, it was fast, and it was just something I could bop my head to and just either walk around casually and have a great car ride. Like, there's no bad time for that song for me right now. It's literally like within 2 days, it was on my Spotify, like on repeat playlist within the top 3.
Serious business.
And it's actually you actually surpassed plays for me on Gideon.
Oh,
I've been a
damn.
huge Gideon fan for a while now, and you have more plays than them
Jesus.
right now.
You're welcome, buddy.
I appreciate that. That's a fucking honor. I appreciate that.
But dude, I'm telling you, like, and just the way you open up No Hope, those vocals are brutal.
I'm not even gonna lie, I subbed to
It's
you on
just
YouTube like
it's
I don't know,
instant
15
blood
minutes
pumping.
ago, and that was the first video. And I was like, I don't know if I want to click it yet because I'm still doing this, but I definitely want to check you out.
Want to hear the story of No Hope?
I do, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
So the story of No Hope. Um, when I told you that I was going back and forth, and I was talking to my fiance, and I was like, okay, what can we do? And then the conclusion that I should just make a song with no singing, just straight screaming. That was song number 6 that I had made in the span of an hour.
Damn.
Literally, just like I had a shit ton of instrumentals, and I'm just blowing through them. And I finally got over to this one, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I feel like this is gonna be the one. I turned it on. Do you know that is a freestyle?
I feel
No
like
written lyrics.
I feel like I can't properly respect that until I listen to it, but I'm gonna take all this into consideration
Now,
whenever I do listen to it.
honestly, now that like dude, that's awesome. There's no way I could do anything like that. At least right now. So like, dude,
14
I have
years, bro. He's practiced.
oh exactly
Instrumental over
it's
and over
become
again for about maybe 15 minutes, and I just said, okay, I think I got it. And then I just turned it on and just hit play.
dude, that's badass. I'm with it.
That shit.
Like, and dude, like, it's cool to see that it's like it's so fluid for you, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like you can just let it flow and just have something and it's right there. You know what I mean? Like straight from your head into a microphone.
That track was like it was like a proving moment for me of like I think I can do this. Like I had never made a song like that before, and I for a friend of mine, and I think I made it the day before New Year's Eve. So New Year's Day, I was hanging out with my friend and I played it for her, and she just looked at me like, "There's no fucking way that's you." I was like, "Yup." How the fuck did you do that? And I was just like, I have no fucking idea. With my
Uh,
vocal instructor, and he was just like, "Oh, never make that sound before." I was like, I didn't know I could do that shit either. And then we like literally just like sat down and said, okay, let's explore it. There's really low lows. There's really fucking high highs in here. There's some pretty piercing mids. Like let's really tap in. And once I like learned what it is that I did, then I made every other track on the project. So everything else is more structured and polished. But No Hope is it's that heavy because it's just like I said, fuck it. You know? I was just making whatever type of voice I possibly could and trying to stay on topic. And the song is actually about like my fucking like frustration at that point. Cause I had made 6 fucking songs. And every time I showed my fiance, that motherfucker was like, that's kind of ass. I don't know. That's kind of ass. I don't know. And then I just got fucking irritated and I just started like screaming, like, I just want to be myself. And I was like, oh shit, that's the hook.
yeah, see, so I like it. I like it. Like a real deep moment just turned into something really fucking cool.
Just when you get like as like creatively low and frustrated as you can possibly get, that's when you have that moment of, oh shit, I figured it out.
And well, I mean, I can't really say that I really like know where you're coming from on that because I haven't really hit that point yet, but I
Never
respect
do.
it.
So I hope you never do. It's not a good feeling.
Well, I mean, honestly, I like to look at like rock bottom as a place you're supposed to find something and crawl back up with.
I like that. I like that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot. I like the way you worded that.
Yeah, I mean, I rock bottom's different for everybody, and on a much different uh spectrum of the world, more of a like I needed to get my shit together type deal. Um, I've hit rock bottom in that way. You know what I mean? Found what I needed down there, came back up a lot better. And you know what I mean? I feel like this might be a piece of that for you.
Definitely, perhaps, especially creatively.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean all different realms of the world whenever you can hit rock bottom. You know what I mean? And I think, like I said, in that realm for you, that might be a little piece of that. That one, at least to me, like I can definitely like I can hear the effort put into it. Like, don't get me wrong, there's nothing I've listened to that I don't like, but this one is just the one I bop to the most, and the range
Wow.
is insane,
I'm listening to it right now, and yes.
dude. I've been on your ass about this. I told you.
What? This No Hope?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one I sent you on Spotify.
Hell, dude, I don't even know. I've been neglecting my phone, if I'm being honest.
But yeah, yeah, I definitely have.
Okay.
Either way, you're enjoying it now, and that's what's up.
Better late than never, eh?
It's a heavy ass song.
I'm digging it.
Let me tell you what, Royce is not a fan, Dakota.
Heavy inside joke there that just shot over my braids.
It's it's just a guy we both used to work with. I still work with him.
I got fired because I
He's
did
just
my job too well.
he's one of the old heads in there that doesn't want to understand things. Yeah, he doesn't make a super big deal about it, but you can just see it on his face like, damn it, I wish he'd turn this off.
Got the stank face, but it's not for the right reason.
Yeah.
Just wants to be himself, you know? Why can't he be who he is? Face was straight, no hope, you know?
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, at least he doesn't make a big deal about it, so I'll give him points for that.
With that track, I made it the last one because I had put it out as a single already, and I knew it was gonna be the heaviest shit on there. I like Pizza's pretty fucking heavy too, but No Hope is just like vocally just fucking insane. So I put it as a last track, but the entire project is actually like the beginning of like a larger concept. My music actually takes place in an entire universe I created with like multiple timelines.
So this is kind of like how the Browning does their music then. I don't know if you've listened to them or not. End of Existence was their last album, but it is under the whole premise that there is a dragon lord that's come to destroy the world.
I mean, it sounds like the same concept. I don't have a dragon. That sounds really fucking cool. I should have put a dragon in my shit. But it sounds like the same general idea.
If you haven't checked the Browning, dude, they're a
doing it
solid
for me,
band.
though.
What was that?
The Gundam on his cover art on Spotify.
I'd have to check.
Bro, that's where it comes into
I'm a
play.
Pandora man.
That's where it comes into play right there. So that mech is called a I call it is a Gundam. Mech. It's Rebel Weapon.
Okay.
And the Rebel Weapon is like it's like an ultimate super weapon that's made by, let me check my notes. I'm pretty sure it's from the Alliance. Let me look at my notes. I don't want to say the wrong shit. Where's the notes? Basically, you got the main character, right? His name is 11.
Right.
11, I'm trying to think how much I can say because the first one hasn't started. It's like we're very much in the demo era, but synopsis of like how it is we are now is the character 11, he pilots this mech.
Mm-hmm.
This mech is affiliated with the Alliance, and the Alliance allegedly is protecting a specific space colony called Mars 7. 7 is stationed on a base on Mars 7 called Dark Tokyo. Super obsessed with technology, and he found out that Alliance Federation created this like crazy mech thing, and he's just like, okay, I don't know what the fuck the war is about. I just have to pilot that shit.
Right. Okay.
Where we are right now is just
Well,
introducing the character and what he does. So that mech is a rebel weapon. The specific name of that specific mech is called Rose. 11 pilots the Zero Rose. This will make more sense once the music video for Timeline drops, because that ties into it more. And it's actually an anime. The music video is going to take place in that anime. It's just taking me a while to get it done because
Are you
trying to get the
animating?
right animators that understand what I'm trying to go for has been a pain in the ass. But I think I finally found an animation team that gets what I'm going for. So like right now it sounds like jargon, but when the music video for Timeline comes out, it's gonna be like, oh, that's what the fuck he meant. That dude pilots that thing and he protects that. Okay, I'm on board now. Word vomit now, but once the video for Timeline drops, it's
Oh,
gonna
dude,
make a whole
I'm
lot more
picturing this
sense.
shit.
This
I
is gonna
like
be
it.
pretty badass.
Yes,
Yes.
it sounds fucking dope.
Entire anime, and the next project that comes out is Timeline 1. So everything that happens in the first season of this anime, track by track, is gonna be like it's gonna be like showing you. So it's like this first project is just kind of like a proof of concept, like, hey, I can make this style of music. But once we get to that next like real project, oh shit, there's a story we got to keep up with. So it's like songs like I Like Pizza are fun for now. Once we get to this next project and we start the timelines, it's all serious shit.
Wait. You have a song called "I Like Pizza"?
Yeah,
Dude, it's
bro.
hard
It's
as
heavy as
fuck.
fuck.
Oh,
It's
I'm telling
hard
you,
as fuck.
I have to look into you. I'm telling you, man. I already listened to one. I already want to listen to more.
It was a very, very fun, very, very silly album. I wanted to have as much fun as possible before I got into
Dude,
super serious
honestly,
shit.
that is what it's about. Have you ever heard of band they're called Belushi Speedball. They're not very popular, but their shows are absolutely insane. They host them in like skate parks, like the big bowls, and people are beating the shit out of each other with like pool floaties and shit. They have spray foam, it's confetti everywhere. It's just wild. And these dudes are just playing like thrash metal.
Some 41 video from like '01.
That's what it sounds like, kind of.
Honestly, I mean, you'd have to watch it because it's a little more chaotic than what I described. It's just complete mayhem in that bowl, and it looks so fun.
I might have to tap in.
Yeah, honestly,
Very
I like
much.
what I heard so far. I'm definitely a fan just off of that one track alone.
It's a really heavy project, but it's like if you just like if you follow the song structure, it's pretty easy to follow. Like if you're a fan of this style of music, I don't feel like it's that hard to follow. Like it's not like a Lorna Shore where it's just like 7 minutes of the heaviest shit you've ever heard. Like there's a pretty clear pop structure to every song. I see it as just regular pop music, but I'm screaming. Reinvent the wheel. I just want to make good music
I mean,
that has staying
truthfully,
power.
like you were saying earlier, it's what people want, and it sells. I say it's definitely a great start. I mean, 14 years though, but I'm glad that you finally found what's working for you and know how to convey it the way you're trying to convey it.
It's definitely the closest I've ever been to what's in my head coming into people's ears and screens. A lot of stuff I had to compromise on because I just didn't know how to do it. But now that I figured it out, I've done all the training I need, I'm still doing the vocal shit because I gotta work my highs, but like I I I feel like I'm in the best place out of the 15 years that I've been doing this where I can actually say, hey, check out this project, and I don't have to have a thing of, well, keep in mind I don't know how to, or we'll have an open mind to I can just say, hey, you like deathcore? Here you go.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Just
something to be
let the
proud
music do
of.
the talking.
Exactly. I love it. Let your work show.
Let them gutturals do the speaking, man.
Um,
Yeah.
the, that's the plan of attack.
Well,
Learn, especially
I'm
in
a
shows. In shows, I had to learn like as much as you might have a passionate ass song when you're performing and you're doing like really harsh vocals like that, you gotta leave your emotions at home. It's like if you're playing a sport, like if you're getting your
It's
ass whipped, you can't just shoot the ball harder, you know?
exactly.
You have to rely on your like on your technique and stuff like that. Like, as much as, like, No Hope is a very passionate song, I have to follow my technique or I'm gonna blow my shit out on the first scream.
Yeah, I for years just thought it was yelling until, I really started seeing people get called out for it, and then I was like, shit, this is actually like something you really got to fucking practice for a while.
Didn't you sit in a few band practices with If Not For Me?
Um that was actually uh their frontman's
Oh, was
uh
the first band they had?
well, I don't know if any of the members of If Not For Me were in this band or not. I just knew the synth guy from my Votech shop, and I did go over for a couple of their band practices, but actually, Patrick wasn't, he was just a guitarist then.
Oh hell, he's a vocalist now, isn't he?
He still plays guitar too, I believe. Um, but yeah, I've sat in on a couple of theirs, but their vocalist at the time, Sam, mm, he was kind of like a young American Ozzy.
Quite the description.
Interesting.
Like as far as personality goes, not like sounds.
Oh, cocaine
Like
addict.
he could
Got
he
it.
could scream, but
Just kidding.
it was kind of like knocked loose screaming.
Oh no.
Uh,
I got nothing against the band, but holy shit, dude, I can't get behind the vocals in that.
I like some of their songs. I'm not like a huge fan, but I do like a few of their tracks.
I just can't get past the arf arf. I'm not into that.
Arf?
Yeah, it's his signature breakdown call out.
Instead of a bleh, it's arf arf.
Yep.
And it's just it doesn't it's not it
I think
doesn't
it's funny.
match.
I think it's funny.
That's probably why he did it. It doesn't fucking match, dude. And that's what pisses me off. Is just like you got these heavy instrumentals, and then this dude who sounds like he's just hitting puberty, and then he starts going arf arf, and then
Yeah.
heavy. It's just like, what am I listening to right now, bro?
Arf arf. Yep. I wrote a song about getting better.
Where's the arf arf? My God, that is the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's so
Yeah.
funny. It's funny to
I
me.
think
I
that's
love
the
it.
only reason why it's become popular is because it's so unexpected. Nobody has done that. It's just always been fucking blech, and then
Yeah.
that's it, and like fucking
Arf,
breakdown.
arf.
I,
His screaming though, what didn't you like about it?
it's something. It's something about his voice doesn't match the instrumental for me. I don't know how to describe it.
That hybrid yell is clutch as fuck. I would kill to be able to make a sound like that.
Like I said, I don't think they're bad.
There's a
I
reason why they're popular.
haven't really looked into
I
them for
know that
myself.
I'm wrong. I can't get behind them.
Wrong, bro. You can have an opinion. You good? You good?
I will say
Like I
though,
said, there's a reason why they're doing good. They
yeah,
got
man,
something going.
yeah, they do. Their stage shows I've heard are pretty nice, honestly. Like I heard they're really energetic.
I wouldn't mind seeing at
That's what
least
I
one
like to see.
show just so I could see them live, but I'm skeptical, man. They might be better live, honestly. It might be like completely the reverse. Like In This Moment is a good example for me. I saw them at California, Carolina Rebellion in 2018. And for some reason, I think it was just a show. They were changing outfits between every song. When she came out and spoke to the crowd rather than singing, she sounded like fucking Invader Zim for some reason, and it was off-putting.
I really
Yeah.
wish you
I don't know,
you have
man.
video-
It was a weird show. I was like,
why don't you have videos of this?
Because I was trying to move my way to another stage where there was a band I actually gave a shit about playing.
Bro, I just want to hear it for myself, honestly.
Dude, she was straight up talking to them like Invader Zim. And then she would go into this, like, it was a velvet red tent center stage behind, it was kind of in, the drummer was kind of off to the side.
Mhm.
And then this fucking weird tent was in there. And I guess that's where she had all of her wardrobe. Every song disappeared into the tent, took about 3 minutes, come back out, did another song, like come out with a dunce cap and did horror. And it was just like, what the fuck?
Hmm.
They were also late to the show too, which is probably the wardrobe.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever experienced a show like that.
Seen
I
I didn't see it. Tori saw Ronnie Radke destroy a guitar because audio guys fucked up or something. They didn't do a good job and like his shit kept cutting out mid set and he just fucked up a guitar.
I watched Danny Warsnop get pissed drunk and destroy a drum kit. And then Immure comes out and everything was okay.
That's was it
Rest in
asking
peace.
Alexandria?
Yeah, that was it was a show at the Chameleon Club in Lancaster before
Jesus,
it
they came
closed.
one before Amir did. That's kind of
Yeah,
wild.
yeah. It actually was. The opener was Winds of Plague. That
Honestly, that's
was
kind of wild too. I mean, they're a bit dated, but I
yeah.
love me some wins.
Yeah, but you gotta dude, this was like 2011.
They were
So
still pretty prevalent then.
yeah. But I mean I guess I don't really know. I feel like maybe Asking Alexandria would have been a little higher in popularity than the other two bands, but as much as I like Asking Alexandria, I wanted to go see Amure.
You said
That's what
2011, right?
it's like 2011, 2012, somewhere in that time
So
era.
Stand Up and Scream had just come out about a few years ago then.
Yeah. Reckless and Relentless might have been out by then though. Don't quote me on that because I'm not like a historian on what year albums came out, but I'm pretty sure it might have been.
I can thank memes for that. They have given me great nostalgic memory.
Well, I mean, dude, you ruined Stand Up and Scream for me. Fucking brownies, I want them brown. Oh, dude, I can't unhear it.
I can't either. I know what he's saying, but all I hear is him. He wants his fucking brownies and marshmallowy cream. It's like, bro, what? Why are you screaming about baked desserts?
And this is the kind of rambling that we just get into.
If you had to like name your like top 5 favorite bands, not the ones you think are the best. I have to have this preference when I ask for people's rappers, like not who you think is the best. Who's your top 5 favorite bands?
Does it have to be genre specific?
Specific.
All right. I mean, most of
The
mine are
band.
metal anyway, because my music taste is about 75% just any metal. Oh, fuck, dude. Top five?
Yeah, I'll let you lead on this one.
Well, I already know Wu Tang's in there. I just don't know what place. My favorite band, I'd have to say, number one is Avenged Sevenfold, just because they their music helped me in a lot of dark times. Like my folks going through the divorce and all of that shit. Like their music helped me get through all of that. The Autumn Offering's another one. I say they're probably number two, to be honest. Same thing. Helped me through
Solid
a lot of
choice.
dark times.
Solid choice.
Um, I guess we'll go number three. Probably Suffocate. They've only got 3 albums that at least I know of, but they're all bangers. And that was one of the first actual deathcore bands I listened to. I was just unaware at the time. The first song I heard from them was Slaughter Your Enemies. And it sounded like a fucking heavy mess, but I was there for it. Number 4, I guess we'll go Wu-Tang because they're still pretty high up. And number 5, we'll go Kenny Chesney because that was part of my childhood.
I did not expect Kenny Chesney.
No, dude, Kenny Chesney he got some good songs. Not for everybody, but it's one of them ones where you can put it on and you're just chilling.
Is really, really important if you're making a list. Like, it's like turn that on and it can be anytime music. You know?
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna put number 1 as A Day to Remember.
Solid.
Number 2, I'm gonna go with the Cash Man, Johnny Cash.
I remember you getting your headphones pulled out in the hallway and you had Ring of Fire playing on your phone, and all of a sudden it was just blaring. I went down. That shit killed me.
Fire, the ring.
It was right on that part, and it was perfect timing. Whoever did that to you was a genius.
Oh, they couldn't have timed it better, man. It's one of those things that can't be scripted. But number 3, All That Remains.
Oh, okay.
That's also solid.
And honestly, I'm just gonna go with singular artists as my last 2. But Howard Jones for number 4 and Corey
Go.
Taylor for number 5.
Go. See, now we naming them shits.
I'm sorry to listen to shit you don't know. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Like, dude, there's nothing I've heard with Howard Jones on the track that I don't like. And the same with Corey Taylor. And I've heard Corey Taylor rap. Like, he did a song with...
Bad.
It wasn't bad. It was actually... I was like, damn. I was like, do your thing, homie. I'm here for that.
Just say it's above
It was
average.
so good. All right.
Super talented.
Yeah, both of them are. And honestly, I love how humble they both are.
Would never put Corey and humble in the same sentence, but
in early years, I will agree with that. Over the years, though, he's gotten so much more mature.
I would agree with that. Having a side project called CMF is very much aware of your self-worth. We'll call it that. He's aware of his self-worth, and that's great for him. We love it.
Yes. Yeah, the arrogance is starting to leave.
Are they?
With Slipknot right now, anyway. Are they back together? Because I know there's a lot of controversy.
I think I heard they just hired a new drummer.
Oh, shit.
I'm not sure on that one though either. They've still been consistently putting stuff out every year or so.
The album was pretty good. Nobody else seemed to like it. I thought the end so far was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I haven't had any major complaints about it. It's Slipknot, and if you don't like Slipknot, I probably don't like you.
That's fair. People are ashamed to say that they like Slipknot because they're so popular now.
Almost like they're becoming the new Metallica or Nickelback. It's
exactly.
It's not cool to like them anymore, bro.
Yeah.
I like them.
I'm gonna like what I'm gonna like, and you can suck my dick about it.
Dude, I don't give a fuck. I will put in Silver Side Up, Nickelback's It was like their first or second album. I'll put that in all day. I won't skip a song.
Dark Horse.
This
Dark
shit's
Horse
good.
was good.
I just like the blowjob song.
It's
Are you
like our
my top
generation's.
5?
Let's go.
Yes,
Let's go.
yes. Let's hear it.
Okay. So number 1, Kill Stage. Howard, fucking Howard.
It makes
I will.
sense. I mean, just based off of your story, that's definitely one
The
of your
second,
inspirations.
the second I heard "Arms of Sorrow," I was done.
That shit is. I mean, he's just such like everything he touches, even if he's with a cast of characters that just cannot make music for shit, and I won't name any names, but he just carries everything he does. He can link with a YouTuber and make the most amazing project you've ever fucking heard. Like fucking Howard, man. Like anything he touches, it's not even music to me. It's just god tier stuff. But on the kill switch tip, I feel the same thing about Jesse. Jesse doesn't get the love he deserves, man. That motherfucker is so
No.
fucking talented.
He is really good. He gets shit on way too much.
And
I think, I
for
mean,
no reason.
no, I think it's because of how popular Howard is, which Howard deserves all that popularity. It's just, I think Jesse kind of gets lost in his shadow.
Nasty
And
because he's the original singer, but
I know,
cool.
which he's back now.
I love them both. I used to.
I have no issue with either of them.
They're just so fucking incredible. And then you got the ultimate brains behind the operation and fucking Adam D. Like that is a bucket list. I need that motherfucker he needs to times of grace me. Have a whole fucking project and say, "Here, Sever, scream on this." That's so like
That would be
anything he
sick.
produces is amazing. Anything he touches is amazing. He works with All That Remains. It's their best work. He works with As I Lay Dying before they start killing people. Amazing shit. He works with Devil Wears Prada. Amazing shit. Like it's just like that guy is such a fucking genius.
Yep.
I will die on that hill. I don't give a fuck what anyone says about me. I will live and breathe. I don't give a fuck if they make the same song over and over again for another 20 years. I will be first in line to pre-order that shit. Switch, man.
Kill switches definitely, dude. They were always on my playlist in high school, dude. Especially Holy Diver, man. I'm not gonna lie. I still to this day I won't skip that song. I love that cover.
Music, like it's so good you can't even classify it as it's like an audio experience when they go over to that guitar solo and they're just like dueling back and forth, and then Justin's going crazy on the drums, and then you got Mike doing his thing on the bass, and then Howard has the nerve to get on there and say, "Get away, get away, get away, come on." It makes no logical sense, but I'm with it.
Oh, the way he put his flavor on that hook.
And Jesse does a good job too. He puts his own little spin.
Mm-hmm.
Love
Oh,
them.
I love the extra wines he put in there.
Yes.
They were so appropriate.
Fucking kill switch. That's my number 1. I will die on that hill. My number 2 is the
Solid
Devil Wears
choice.
Prada. God, I love Prada so much.
I'm actually really I missed an opportunity to see them in my hometown at a Christian music festival.
Here is the question.
Go for it.
It, if like the early days and it was a Christian festival, then you saw like OG Prada. If it was like the mid like 2010s, then you saw like almost secular experimental Prada. If it
It would
was
have
last year, then it's like, oh, this is Nickelback Prada. Like, which Prada did you get to see?
No, I missed the opportunity.
See, excuse me.
Now I got to hear them from my back porch.
Ooh,
but I did not get to see the stage. This
I
would
at
have
one
been
point had the guitarist and the
that
bassist
was
pick.
that was 2013 or 14, I believe.
Prime Prada.
I'm pretty sure it was. It was definitely. It wouldn't have been any later than
I think it was.
2014.
I think it was 13
I want 13 is sticking out to me.
because it was a year after we graduated, I believe.
Oh, that would have been 13. So yeah, we'll say 13.
I mean, that's like that that might be 818. I think that might be the 818 cycle after Zombie, and it was definitely after Dead Throne. I feel like that's 818 cycle. That's Prime
Honest,
Prada right there.
my favorite Prada track is still Fly.
Damn
Dude,
it,
I
man.
that whole album is
love it.
immaculate, though.
Like I
The punk goes crunk is crazy, bro.
I know. It was, dude. It was so out of left field, and we were all jamming it. Yeah, I was such a huge fan of like the Pop Goes Everything albums, or Punk Goes Everything. I loved them.
Like the original Still Fly, but
Yeah, I've heard it. I have it in my Spotify.
classic.
Yeah, it's great too.
Birdman did what they needed to do. Like we
Mm-hmm.
didn't appreciate that. Obviously, we weren't outside, but like I don't think that song gets enough credit for like saying like here is the groundwork for what is going to be pop music debatably until the pandemic. Like they really did that shit.
Yeah, I'll agree with that 100%.
Number 3, Dead Silence.
Ooh, great choice.
So what's your favorite track from Suicide Silence? I'm curious.
My favorite track from Suicide Silence goes back and forth. It's either Doris or Sacred Words. It just goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I know that's a hot take and nobody likes that album, but that's okay.
Yeah, I
Title,
mean, they did make some great music after Mitch passed. I've only
album
heard
is
a few
so
tracks off of them albums. Like I was one of them ones that's just like, nope, first 3 albums, that's what I'm sticking to.
gotta tap in. Their latest album, You Must Die. They got a new drummer. His blast beats are insane. It's just like the kick in the ass I feel like the band needed. Their shit is so good. Like you gotta tap into Eddie. I know Mitch, that shit has a soft spot in all of our hearts. I'm not gonna take away from that. Shout out to Mitch. That shit can never be touched.
They're still worth checking out. Like I'm not trying to just completely ghost the band. Like I don't know, hate what you're making now. I still want to listen to it. I just my heart's not in the right place at the moment. You know, like I want to go into it and wanting to like it. I just can't do it yet.
Hit me up, bro. I will like tell you the specific songs to go to. Their shit is so fucking good. I like I can't even like put words into like how their new music has like helped me understand song structure for really fucking heavy music. You know, their shit is so beautiful. Like Eddie is just screaming his ass off. I don't know how the fuck he makes these noises.
What band was he from before? I honestly can't remember.
Perish.
What was it?
Perish.
Okay, okay.
And back together. That guy's incredible.
I'm gonna chime in here and say my favorite track from them is In a Photograph.
Me on to that. What's that?
It's on the Cleansing album.
Cleansing.
No Pity for a Coward. That's my favorite track off of that album.
Ooh, No Pity for a
Fuck.
Coward is so good. In a Photograph, dude. I love that fucking song. It hits me in the right places.
Like bludgeoned to death, and then after that, everything is so fucking heavy.
Mhm.
I have to turn. Like it's just like I'm not there yet. I can't get that far. Like as soon as I get to Girl of Glass, I'm like, okay, my head hurts.
Dude, bludgeoned to death. I have a funny story about that. So when Casey and I were working in the same place, we were in the same building. So I'm not gonna fully disclose what we do essentially, but we're sanding vehicles, like paint shop. And I was in the sanding booth with our Christian friend. This motherfucker does not say anything. I've heard him say cunt once, and that was it. But Bludgeon to Death came on, and whenever he fucking screams, the doctors won't even recognize your fucking face. He just goes, "Oh, jeez." Dude, it was so great.
I remember that. I remember that.
Oh,
Poor Harrison.
jeez.
Poor Harrison.
Mitch's vocals. I don't know how the fuck he was able to how he was able to have such a consistent high that never seemed to break, even in live performances. How the fuck can you get at a register that high and still be stomping around on stage? How the fuck did he do it?
I have no
No
idea.
idea.
He
I
had
take one
he
step
had
the
the
wrong way and my back hurts for a week.
yeah right. Getting old sucks.
True that.
That's number 3. Or I've got Radiohead.
One more time.
Damn Radiohead. I love me some goddamn Radiohead.
Oh yeah, Radiohead's good.
Yeah.
They're on a little bit of an album run where they have not dropped a bad album to me in a very, very now they don't drop shit often, but I'd say the last I'll back to In Rainbows side A and B. You go into really, really, really crazy one that's got what the fuck is the name of that album again? King something?
Wait, which album again?
It's
The King of Limbs? Is that what it was?
I'm pretty sure that's the name of the album. Yeah. It's called The Limbs.
Okay.
That
Okay.
album front to back is perfection. And then you got a Moon-Shaped Pool, which is again audio perfection. Like to have 3 albums consecutively without a single goddamn miss. I mean, like you're crazy territory right there. Like that's like Doja Cat Waters. Like you don't fucking miss. Is they like teach me that there are no rules in music. Like, and it's anytime music, you know what I mean? You don't have to be depressed, you don't have to be going through something. You could be happy, sad, mad.
There's never a bad time to
Whatever.
listen to Creep.
No, dude, Richard Cheese did a
Like,
good cover of that.
dude, yes,
That's
he did.
somebody you want to check out. Richard Cheese. Do you like jazz at all?
Really?
Dude,
It's kinda-
okay, so it's like parody jazz. He's essentially like he takes songs and does a cover of them, but it's in a jazz perspective,
he
and
he
it is
almost kind of does it.
perfect.
He kind of has like a Sinatra feel to him.
Yes, like he did a cover of Snoop Dogg's
Gin-
Gin and Juice. Bro, it is perfection.
I actually really like that one.
That was the first song I heard, and that was like what tuned me into it. Was like, all right, let's see what else you got going. And it's just parodies.
I still chuckle at the fucking chorus. It gets me every time.
He just said, "I got bitches in the living room getting it on." It's fucking great.
Lay back. This shit gets me, man. But honestly, I mean,
oh, sorry.
No,
go ahead,
bro.
Go ahead, bro.
Have at it. 5. We haven't got there yet.
The last one on my top 5 is I guess you call them pop punk, maybe they're pop punk, I don't know, but it's band out of, I believe, Washington State called say it and have the right reverence because I love them so much. I can't say it normal. Voice, I gotta find the voice. Let me find the voice. Hold on, hold on. Name is Daphne Loves Derby.
Daphne Loves Derby.
They are. I don't know if it's pop punk. I don't know if it's just chill alternative, but
I recognize that though. I don't know from where. But I have
definitely
seen that
heard
somewhere.
it. You've definitely heard of them. Like a little 4-year run, and then they broke up. But man, Daphne Loves Derby is that's experience right there.
I'll have to check them out. I don't think I've ever heard of them.
Nah, dude, I don't think I have either. I mean, like I've heard of the name, but I haven't checked anything out. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I don't think I've even heard of the name.
It might have
They're
just been like I was perusing through a timeline on Facebook, and I seen somebody post a link to YouTube, and it was like, we put music out there and shit.
You know,
And I'd seen the
pretty
name,
good.
and I just kept going. I was like, all right.
speaking of YouTube, I would just like to give an honorary mention in this list to the music of Machine Gun Kelly that you can only find on YouTube.
Where he got stupid.
Before before he started doing all this weird shit.
I mean, yeah, he's made some pretty weird career decisions, to be honest.
I
But
mean,
he's already
no,
got popularity,
honestly,
so the fans are standing behind him.
I don't know. I kind of I don't mind. I like to see, people toying around with shit. I mean, honestly, his first actual released album, he has a track with M Shadows.
I remember that.
But
I'll
I don't know.
stand on
Do it.
the idea that his current brand is allegedly he's a Lil Peep clone.
I can see that, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, honestly, I see it.
Word bar for bar, and it pisses me the fuck off. I'm not saying it's not good music. I respect, obviously, how the fuck am I going to talk trash about someone who is a rapper who makes rock music now? I'm not going to talk trash about that. That's hypocritical. But when it is, you got bullied out of a genre because
Yeah.
Eminem lit that ass up, conveniently after Peep dies and after Juice WRLD dies, now you're the go-to emo rap punk. You're making projects with Trippie Redd. I see through that shit. That shit's disgusting. That's culture vulture shit. I can't speak to what's on his heart, and I don't want to blackball myself, but that shit nasty to me. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, I
The
definitely
It's
only,
bad. It's just
the
I
only
I
thing
I,
I
I
think
really
is
fuck with Peep, you know?
like Tupac. He fucking his song. The verse was, "I wouldn't be here today if the old school didn't pave the way." And I mean, it makes sense because literally a lot of music it's the same thing with like popular shit posters is an example. All you're doing is just taking something and reposting it. You might do it in your own fashion, but it's still a repost.
yeah. I don't know. I just don't I just don't get how some artists get to where they are because Machine Gun Kelly, for example, the music that I'm talking about, this shit, it was called the Rage Pack. There was a bunch of stuff on there, there was a bunch of samples, but some of it had kind of like a real upbeat Mac Miller kind of vibe. And then there was a few of them on there too that were just that kind of music you need when you're driving around at 2 a.m, pissed off or sad about something. You know what I mean? with your ridiculous fucking 12-inch subwoofer setup that takes up your whole trunk, just almost shattering your windows.
Pissing off the college kids.
That allegedly.
Allegedly. Yes. I was never there.
I only
I
ever
didn't
heard
even
about
know
some
we
guys.
had a college. What?
I heard about some people doing that, but you know, not for me. But yeah, man. But like I said, you know, he goes from stuff like that to emo girl.
The
And I'm
fuck?
like, have you not heard the fucking chorus to the? It's the one song. I don't even know what it's called, but I think it's got. Doesn't it have like Will Smith's daughter in it or something? I think. And
I have no
he's like,
idea.
he literally, like, most of the song is him just saying, "I fell in love with an emo girl. I fell in love with an emo girl." But the way he says "girl," he's like, "Girl."
Kind of like
It's
how we
really
used to
weird.
say into our hand, girl, 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 girl.
Kind
Her new
of.
music?
Do what?
Heard her new music?
Will Smith's daughter?
Is like, I don't know when she decided to do it, but she's like followed in her mom's footsteps to a
Oh,
T.
really?
And she's making like legitimate alternative music.
Oh,
Like
no
it's not like
shit.
a gimmick. Like she's literally making rock music. I don't know when the fuck she decided to do that, but out in 2021 and it's
I might
not bad.
I might have to look into that. That's honestly, that's kind of rad.
Really fucking good.
Hmm.
Cloud
Well,
either. I think she just like really said like, you know, mom, like how how did you channel that? And it's like they just sat down and said, "Here you go."
hmm. What a time to be alive. Well, no, dude, honestly, like, I think over the past few years anyway, I think metal and rock music have started to work its way back into the mainstream more than what
They
it used
have,
to be.
dude. Slaughter's in a Call of Duty game.
I know. I actually, I don't, I'd have to look and see what the band is, but there's another, like, big motherfucker that's a front man in a deathcore band that's, like, wants to beat the shit out of Alex Terrible.
Wait,
Like,
I'm with
what?
challenge.
him.
I have no idea. I'm gonna have to look that. I think I saved it.
I
Let me see.
mean, he's a wholesome guy.
Yeah,
But
dude.
he does put. I mean, he did make that threat about anybody that wanted to fight Ronnie Radke had to go through him first or something. And it's just like, bro, do you know what he did in his prior, like, throwing a mic stand at a 16-year-old and shit? The dude is just out of control at times.
Oh yeah.
What? I looked down at my phone for 2 seconds. Who threw a mic stand at what?
Ronnie Radke threw a mic stand at a 16-year-old girl in the crowd because he was pissed off about something.
What?
Yeah, dude, that was all over the news and shit. And there was another time where Icy Stars was supposed to be touring with him, and they got into some kind of a scrap. And Icy Stars dropped out of that tour because they're just like, we ain't trying to deal with him anymore. He's just ridiculous. Yeah, I like Falling in Reverse as a band. The band is great. I just can't stand their front man. That's all it is.
I guess the dude's name is Rome Music. Called out Alex Terrible and wants to beat the shit out of him.
I've never even heard of that. Who the fuck's
I've never
Road
heard of this
Music?
guy either.
What?
But yeah, he did like a whole video inside a boxing gym, like just.
Oh, so this is another fucking Jake Paul incident then.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started on
Dude,
that.
I
Don't even
guarantee
get me
you it's all
started.
about money, but I really hope Tyson whips his ass.
Dude, that's my general consensus on it too, just because I'm not a big fan of the Paul brothers.
Nah, dude, that joke in the Suicide Forest was a bit far.
It didn't age well.
Just a bit.
You know, it didn't age well.
No.
Now, I hate how fake those two are. Like Logan, like I've seen interviews with those two, and I think I've probably mentioned it to you before, but like
They're like a less unhinged, whatever the fuck those other brothers are. The fuck are they? I can't even think. The fucking dudes with the weird hair and the tatted faces.
the Island Boys.
Yes, those motherfuckers. They're basically an unhinged
Insane
version, or
comparison.
a more hinged version of them.
Is
But
an
they still do
insane
stupid shit.
comparison.
Well,
Those
yeah, I
motherfuckers
was
are
gonna.
insane.
Dude, they're
Yeah, dude.
fucking ridiculous.
No, dude, they did some real weird shit. Like they were doing
They had like OnlyFans or something. They were doing shit.
with each other.
Bro, with each other.
Yes.
Why? Who? I mean, I'm sure that somebody wants to see that,
Gross.
but it's not a huge margin, so why do it?
I don't know, but bro, they were on like
Ain't
TikTok.
nobody want to see two pineapples hook up, bro.
Dude, they were on like TikTok lives, like making out and shit.
Why?
But I don't for clout. I guess they were starting to fall off. I don't know, but then I know every time they go on a podcast or in an interview or something, and somebody brings it up, they want to fight immediately.
That shit never happened, bro. What do you mean?
What do you mean? Look at this tweet. Are they still called tweets? Since it's X now?
Honestly, I don't know. I never got into Twitter.
Fuck,
That wasn't my thing.
Maybe sound
Twitter
really
was either
old.
porn or
Really old.
politics, and I was just like, bro, I'm not trying to intertwine both of those. That sounds horrible. Look at Hillary Clinton's tits. No, thank you.
Off topic, but which one of the Paul brothers is in the WWE? Because his match at Mania was really fucking good. I mean, I don't particularly care for either of them, but whichever one of them is the United States champion wrestled his ass off.
Yeah, that would have been Logan, the older brother.
Jake's wants to fight Tyson, right?
Yeah. But see, the reason
He's one hell of a pro wrestler. He made Randy Orton look like a douche.
well, that's something to brag about. Dude, I don't know how to actually feel anymore about the guy. My uncle, before he passed away, he was a bodybuilder. And later, after he started having heart problems, after he took his Guinness World Book of Records title, he opened up a gym and he started training Triple H. And then those two became like really, really, really close friends. And I've met Triple H a few times.
Oh shit, that's the King of Kings.
Dude, he reached out to my entire family whenever my uncle passed. Like personally.
What a great guy.
Dude, he is. Like
I always saw him
he's
as a wholesome guy. Yeah, that's
He's-
awesome.
Dude, he's really just a normal dude. Like I've literally sat at lunch with him in Philadelphia. Him and he was in town. I was down helping my uncle do some remodeling work. And yeah. Just really cool dude. Now, I mean, honestly, I couldn't like walk up to him and he'd be like, "Hey, man," you know what I mean? It's not like that, but
You mentioned your uncle. He might at least try and have a conversation.
Yeah. Oh, I guarantee you he would. Honestly, I don't even. If he's not like busy doing something, I don't even think it'd take that. Because I've seen people just like walk up to him in that gym, and he just, oh hey, give him pointers, shit like that, like just a typical everyday dude. Just everybody knows who the fuck he is.
Yeah, I mean, you love to see.
How he
H.
explain-
You love
You
to
know what
see
I mean?
somebody who knows that they're famous but doesn't let that shit get to their head.
Yeah, bro. But but yeah, I guess I mean at least one of them isn't a complete fraud out of the Paul brothers. If you're saying I said I don't follow like wrestling or anything, but I will take your word for it.
Wasn't Jake the one who made the
Sounds
joke to begin with? Like he's the one who got the brothers the bad rep to, like from the get go.
Honest, I don't know. I'm not sure which one of them
I
was.
feel like that's what it is, and that's why everybody. I mean, everybody loves Tyson now too.
Well, I just don't like that guy because he thinks he is like the world's best fighter, and all he does is fight retired MMA fighters that haven't kept up with their training because they're retired.
Didn't Mike stop smoking and everything too? Like he quit the
Dude,
podcast and all of that he had going
I'm
in
telling you,
preparation for this fight.
if you look at their comparison videos for training,
Tyson is still fast as fuck for his age.
dude, the one video I saw, Tyson hit that guy in the torso. Like dude has I mean, probably the equivalent of 3 normal bodysuits. And that dude, I watched him go.
Where's your breath at? It's
I
gone.
was like, and I mean, but like, you could just see the force behind it. And I'm like, dude,
I want to be in the ring with him. I can tell you that.
I can tell you, I hope that this was not another one of these fights that I think is paid for and rigged. Because I agree with you. I'm all for Tyson. I think he's going to knock Jake's head off.
If he's not going to play by script, I mean, it wasn't there shit. He talked. Jake talked some shit about his dead kid or something.
Ooh, I don't know about that, but that's fucked up.
Yeah, Tyson had a retort. He's ready to fuck him up. So I really hope it's not scripted and this is a bloodbath.
Like, I don't even want to see that. Like, I just want to
No,
see Jake.
I don't really want to see like a lot of gore. I just want to see him get knocked on his ass and like, oh,
Yeah.
you're done.
Yeah, I think it'll be a humbling experience for him.
I mean, also, he gets to say he fought Mike Tyson, even if he gets his ass whooped.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Still, I
Flex.
say fuck that. I'll be happy living the rest of my life. Not saying I got in the ring with Tyson and I lost. Like, I'm good. I know I'll lose.
Yeah, he's a big fucking man. I don't want
Did
no
you see
parts
him
of that.
fucking manhandle Hasbulla?
Yes.
He was like treating him like a child, kissing him on his head and shit. It was so awkward.
Dude, that Hezbollah. That guy makes me laugh too.
His fucking laugh is creepy. I don't trust him.
It is. Dude, we really got off track again.
I was gonna say we did.
Holy
Like five
shit.
minutes of banter about this fucking fight, and then we somehow got on the topic of Tyson kissing Haskell on his fucking head.
I don't think we need to even put a poll up to see who we think's gonna win the fight.
I still say Tyson, but I feel like it's just gonna be for clout.
Time will tell. Time will tell for that.
July 20th.
But yeah, so Sever, is there anything else you wanna share with us this evening?
You got a show coming up in New York, you said earlier.
Oh yeah, we definitely gotta get the details for that at least.
coming up in Atlanta on May 8th. That's the first thing that's coming up. It's at this thing called the Atlanta Mini Festival, and you can get tickets. Yeah, you go to like my Instagram. If you check like the link thing, it's like a bio, but it's where the links are. If you're not in Atlanta, you can get a live stream ticket, so you can just like watch my set. I go on at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I think the promoter thinks I'm a rapper for some reason, so I can't wait to scare them. Because
Dude, Is it going to be recorded? That would be awesome.
It is
Yes, please upload that.
on the live stream, and then I'm gonna try to get the footage and upload it because I just want to see everyone's fucking face when they just assume that I'm gonna get up there and just sing an auto tune, and it's like, nope, we're gonna open it up with
Dude,
timeline and see where we go from there.
that's fucking sick.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good time. That's gonna be awesome.
And then obviously you got my project out, Project Zero. Check that out on all streaming platforms, on YouTube, wherever you stream music. If you like deathcore, you'll like it. It's pretty by the numbers. It's just hosted by a very insane vocalist named Severthebond. And then the New York show, which is, let me make sure I get the right day because we just confirmed it today. I believe it's the 19th. Let me check. Dates. Yes, it is July 19th. I will be going on at 5:30. That is a Friday. That is in New York. Now the details and like where it's going to be will drop later. I just want to make people aware. I know I've got a lot of support up in the northern region of the country and such, especially in New York. So Seven, so just be on the lookout for all that. And obviously, check out this lovely podcast that you are listening to, The Dads After Dark. Oh, make sure you all tune in and tap in and see what the gentlemen of the evening are up to. I don't think I like gentlemen of the evening. I'm gonna take that back. See what these lovely individuals are up to. Tap into them. So sever the bond, bitch.
Y'all definitely need to check out the One Man Metal Band because it's immaculate.
Yeah, I'm an advocate for this man. Pump his plays up, download it, stream it, show your mom, show your dad, piss off your neighbors, but make sure they know about it.
Piss on your grandma. Don't actually do that. That's probably a hate crime.
Yes, it's probably unethical too.
I mean,
But-
she's who wanted it.
I think with that though, we're gonna call this another episode, and we'll catch all of you beautiful people on the next one.
It's great having you, Sever.
Yes, thanks for being with us, and we'll catch you guys later.